Hey now, what's up guys? Me over Primal Training. Here's days 5 and 6 of the GDUP program. Mixed the days up a little. Did bench on Friday instead of Saturday, but did 6 sets of 3 of 255 and an AMRAP set of 225, which you will see later. But these 255 flew up really quick, and I was pretty happy with the speed. And the program calls for me to bump up 5 pounds next week, but I'm thinking about just bumping up 10 pounds. This really surprised me as well because I actually benched the previous day, and I thought I'd be pretty fatigued from doing that, but covered pretty well surprisingly. Just the increased work capacity, I guess. But here's my set of 225. Did touch and go for this one. I got 12 reps. I wanted to hit 20, but after 6 sets of 3, the fatigue kind of crept in, and by rep 12 I was just like, yeah, whatever. So as a person who watches a lot of training videos, YouTube videos, the topic came to my mind of, is there such a thing as perfect form? And everyone just chases the perfect form and everything, but from what I've gathered, I don't think there's such a thing as perfect form. Everyone's form's gonna be slightly different, so don't chase that perfect form. What works for someone might not work for you. Here I'm doing 345 for 6 sets of 3, and as you notice here, my stance is a lot more narrow than it's been. Since I switched to low bar, I moved my stance out quite a bit. So I've been squatting pretty wide, but that really destroyed my hips. Like with sumo deadlifts and low bar, my hips were just really tight, and I just lost that power out of the hole. So squatting a lot more narrow, and I've been going a lot deeper to get that stretch reflex again. So this is kind of a high bar stance in a low bar position, which I found I've had a lot more strength in, surprisingly. And that's what I mean when I say there's no such thing as perfect form. Like, for example, some people squat really, really wide, and they can do that. But personally, I found that I really can't squat wide. My body is just not meant to be squatting wide. I just don't have any power whatsoever squatting wide. And I found that for me, squatting pretty narrow gives me a lot of strength. And you see a lot of people like Lay Norton, some people criticize him for having a really bad forward lean. Ben Rice kind of has one too, and they think the squat's kind of off, but that's just how their body's biologically made. I mean, Lay Norton's got longer femurs than most people, so that's hence the forward lean. Moving on to deadlifts, I did 3 sets of 3 at 435 pounds. But going back to the topic on form, some people can do sumo really wide, some people do conventional deadlifts, some people pull sumo pretty narrow, like Ed Cohn, he does more of a semi-sumo conventional stance. But it's just whatever works for you, whatever fits your body's biomechanics. For me, I have really long arms and a short torso, so going really wide, I can pretty much lock the deadlift out right above my knees, which gives me a huge advantage, while also maintaining power and explosion on the bottom. So overall, I would say just study your body's biomechanics, try a bunch of different stances, different forms, see what works best for you, and do that. Don't just say like, oh, Eric Willibridge is he can get really low on his conventional deadlifts, I'm gonna deadlift the same way he can, which is probably not accurate because he's a biological freak. But anyways, finished out the workout with this AMRAP of 385. I actually did 19 reps. This was brutal, murder. I was actually going for 20, and I lost count somewhere between 10 and 11, I think. And I thought I got 20, so I stopped. Looking back at the film, I'm like, ah, damn, I only did 19. That feels But hope you guys enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe if you did. As always, lift heavy, track macros, and don't smoke crack.